October, November 2016, question 4 now. It's 20 marks, it's 24 minutes. It's looking at a debtors question. You can see there's debtors control here at the beginning. Always, 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 always go to the required. Look at the required and see what are you required to do. Okay, so here I'm required to prepare the corrected debtors control account, properly balanced off, and prepare recon in the total of the list of debtors with the final balance. Okay, so you're looking at your debtors list and you're looking at your debtors control, and you want them to be the same. Okay, so let's draw that up. So first things first, draw up a big T. Let's make it bigger so I can put more writing in. Okay. Okay, so that's the debtors control. Okay, this is what I would actually do. I would draw up the big T. Okay, I know I'm going to have to fix this depending on mistakes, and then I also need a list. So the second part is the list, the debtors list. Debtors list, brackets, this is the debtors reconciliation. Debtors reconciliation. Okay, so it's literally you're trying to confirm what you have in your books to the list, which is also your books, but it's separate debtors. Okay, remember, debtors list will have A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay, Mr. A, Mr. B, and so on, and all their balances. Debtors control will just say, this is how much your debtors owe you. Totals, that's all. Okay, so, go back to the question, read the question, get your easy marks. Okay, so easy marks will be the first bit. Is he or she supposed to record whatever we had here in the actual books? Well, the balance here was correct, the balance there was correct. Okay, so they've kept two separate balances, a debit balance and a credit balance. That means you've got debtors with a credit balance, and you've also got debtors that are actually debtors. Okay, so that stays the same, that doesn't change. We record that as is. Okay, so balance brought down, balance brought down. Okay, what is the debit balance?
125,880.
And the credits?
5600.
Okay, so that's the first bit. We can see that's correct. Okay, now we need to go down the list and we need to confirm, do we agree with this or not? Okay, the first thing. Bank total column of the debtors column. Total of debtors column. So let's understand this. It came from the cash receipts journal. Is the cash receipts journal going to increase the debtors control? No, because when you receive payment from your debtors, it decreases your debtors. Okay, so they put this on the wrong side. Bank shouldn't be on the debit side of debtors, it should be on the credit side. So let's fix that. Bank, we know, is a payment from our debtor. It's going to decrease our debtors. CRJ. How much? 54890. Okay, good. Next. Settlement discount granted. Again, we need to think about this. Do we have settlement discounts that are granted to debtors? The answer is yes. A settlement discount that we grant to a debtor will reduce their account because we allow them a discount. I give them a discount so they pay me less. Okay, so debtors control will go up or down. It'll go down. So again, they've made a mistake with the side. Discount allowed will go on this side. Discount reduces debtors. I'm just adding some extra notes. You wouldn't write that in your exam. Okay. Alright. How much? 12,850. Next. Sales returns. What would a sale return do to your debtors?
It will decrease it.
Good. Wrong side of the account, right? You know debtors is an asset. You know assets don't decrease on the debit side. Sales returns, asterisk, customers returning, debtors decrease. That's why it's going there. How much?
15670.
Okay, next. Purchases, PJ. Do purchases affect your debtors?
No.
No, that's completely wrong. Okay, so what I would just put a note here. I don't know if they'll mark this or not, but I would show something. I would say purchases should not be recorded in the debtors control. This belongs to creditors. Okay, whether they marked it or not, I don't know. Okay, but I'm not going to put this. That's wrong completely. Okay, same thing here. Purchase returns, also out. Bad. Okay, purchase returns should not go into the debtors. Okay, sales should go in the debtors because you sell to your customers. What will sales do to the debtors?
Increase.
Not decrease. Here they've put on the credit side. That's wrong. Fix it. Show it. SJ.
45000.
Okay, next. Settlement discount. No. Settlement discount granted. Okay, why do we have two? That's odd. Oh, this is CPJ. Okay, there's the clue.
So it shouldn't be in the debtors.
If it's in the cash payments, it's actually a discount that you've received,
Yes.
not a discount that you've paid. Because when you pay, you get a discount. Okay, so now I would also put that here. Settlement discount received. Should not be recorded in the debtors control. Great. Next.
Transfer from creditors ledger.
Okay, so if you're transferring from creditors ledger, transfer to creditors ledger. So you've got two transfers. That should be fine because unless we've been given other information, we would adjust it. Okay, so I would leave the two transfers as is because I don't know more about them. Because that is possible. You can have a transfer. Transfer to creditors ledger. It might be on the wrong side though, because if it's a transfer from a creditor's ledger, you're transferring a debtor with a credit balance. So if I transfer a debtor with a credit balance, I would actually debit it. It would actually go on the other side. It would go on this side. Okay, because think about it. There's the balances. Okay, so how do you get rid of this balance?
You need to
You debit it.
Yes.
You debit this, and then you credit the debtors, the creditors. Okay, so the transfers actually go on this side. Creditors transfer to creditors ledger. How much? 5456. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Got those two. Save. Right, so far so good. There's your easy marks.
The one is transfer from and the one is transfer to.
It would be the same thing. Okay, because you're taking something from to. So if it was, so for example, in the creditors ledger you would have a debit. That means you've got a creditor with the debit balance. So how do you get rid of it? You would credit the creditors and debit the debtors. It's the same thing. Okay. All right, next. Now we go line by line. Okay, so the debtors control account prepared used by an inexperienced bookkeeper. We gathered that. Okay. Number 2, in addition to the mistakes made in the debtors control account, an investigation indicated the following. Okay, these are important bits and pieces. Total of the list. There's our first list bit.
Okay.
Balance in the list. Okay, how much was the balance in the list?
1400.
14010. Okay. Alright, what's next? Sales journal was overcast. Okay, if the sales journal was overcast, it was too high. Okay, there's the sales. I need to fix this. So it'll be 45,000 minus, because it's overcast, how much?
2400.
2,400. Overcast. So that figure needs to change. Minus 2,400. Okay, next.
The account of a debtor P quiz with a debit balance of 3,000
Was omitted from the list. Okay, so omitted from the list, we need to add him. Okay. What is that? 36. Great. Okay, what else? credit note of this issued to B for merchandise returned was recorded correctly in the sales returns journal. So the sales returns journal is correct, but was posted to the wrong side of the personal account in the debtor's ledger. Okay, so this is wrong. Okay, so error to B. Incorrect posting. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to remove the mistake. So post it to the wrong side of her account. Okay, so what is this? This is for a return, for merchandise returned. So you need to subtract. You need to minus how much you were supposed to process. 345. 3450, but times 2. Why? Because you processed it to the wrong account. So you would have added when you would have subtracted. Okay, so that would have been double the amount. Double the amount. Okay, next. An entry of 6890 for the sale of merchandise was inadvertently recorded twice in the account of P. Okay, so that means remove the duplication. The duplicate, what was this? A sale? Yes, it was. Okay, so if I remove the duplicate sale, it will be minus how much?
6890.
6890. Okay, so remove the duplicate sale. Fine, next.
2.6.
A review of the creditors' ledger revealed debit balances. The creditors with the debit balances have all agreed that the balances can be transferred. The transfer of the balances have been recorded in the debtors' control account above. That's fine, we saw that. Tick that. 7. Balance of 4780 of P was declared insolvent, only recorded in the general journal as irrecoverable and posted to the debtors' control account. Okay, was only recorded in the general journal as recoverable and posted to the debtors' control account. Okay, so they say it was posted. I didn't see it there though. Posting was not made to the account in the debtor's ledger. Okay, that's a bit odd. Okay, because they say it was recorded in the debtor's control. Do you see that?
Yes.
But do you see a credit loss here? No. See, that's weird. So now I'm asking, where is the credit loss then? If they said they posted it, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, but that's what they say in the question. Right. Let's just read it again. The question says, the balance of 4780 was declared insolvent, recorded in the general journal as irrecoverable, and posted to the debtor's control account. Okay, that's what they say. I don't see it there. Let's see if it balances. If it doesn't, we'll include it. Okay, posting was not made to the account in the debtor's ledger. That we know for sure. Okay, so remove or process the bad debts. Okay, so that we definitely need to do. Minus
4780.
4780. Great. Okay, next. Debtors control in the cash receipts was undercost, so meaning too little. So debtors control my cash receipts. There's my cash receipts. I need to adjust that one. Okay, so 54890. Undercost, meaning I need to add how much?
3780.
3780. There's the adding. Okay, next. Transfers to the creditor's ledger recorded in the debtor's control account refers to credit balances of debtors which exist at the beginning of the month. Okay, we know that. We spoke about that. Okay, that was fine. It was just on the wrong side. 2.1. Bank statement reflected dishonored check of that which was received in October from L in full settlement of his account of that. The only entry in this regard was in the personal account of the debtor. Okay, so that means you affected the debtor, you didn't affect the debtor's control. Okay, so I need to affect the debtor's control. Dishonored checks will do what to your debtors? Think about your bank recon. Where did you put dishonored checks?
It's an expense.
Yes. Okay, you put it through to the cash payments. Good. Okay, so cash payments, you credit the bank, you debit the debtors. Okay, so bank here, asterisk, check, RD. Okay, how much was it? The check was for how much? 24,300, but the discount was for how much? 25, the full amount. Okay, so the discount is the difference. Okay, so 25,500 less 24,300. That's the discount. Okay, you have to remove the discount as well. Discount allowed, asterisk. This is from the check RD. Okay, got that.
Where do you get a discount?
Okay, because it was full settlement. So they wrote a check for the full amount of 25,500, but they only wrote a check for 24,300. Okay, so the difference here is a discount. Okay, because think about it. You were owed 25,500. You allowed them to only pay you 24,300.
Okay.
But the check never went through, so you need to reinstate the debtor. You need to reverse it out. Check dishonored. Okay, so you're reversing out the discount that you would have given because it would have been sitting in there.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? One more. An amount of 16,500 received from a debtor was recorded as that in the cash receipts journal and posted as such to the general journal and the debtor's ledger. Okay, so two errors here. We need to fix this and we need to fix that. Okay, so this amount was received. It was recorded as that. So we recorded too little. We recorded too little in the cash receipts. Okay, make the cash receipts more. So add another amount here. How much? What's the difference here? Quickly work it out. Is it 900? You sure? Okay, so 900 plus 900. Okay, plus 900. Alright, that's increasing the receipts, and then we need to process the 900 error. Okay, so it's the receipts were too little, it needs to go higher, so you would subtract another 900. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so now this is where you'd hope for this to balance. If not, then we need to check that one line item that they said it was recorded, the credit losses one. Okay, I don't see credit losses here, that's the problem. Okay, sum up all of this. Okay, sum up all of that. You can see that this side's bigger. Okay, so you want this on both sides. Okay, so I'm going to have balance brought down. Carry down brought down. And then balance brought down. And then it'll be that amount here, which will be equal to this minus the sum of all of that. Okay, so that's what I've got. And then here, we need to check the total there. Okay, so balance after reconciling equals sum up all of this. Yeah, see, it is out. It's probably the credit loss. Let's check. Minus this. 12,850. How much was the credit loss? Where's the credit loss?
12,850.
Exactly. See? Okay.
Let's set them in discount granted.
Yeah, that's discount granted. That's not the... Oh, did I leave that out? Oh, no, it is there. Oh, okay. I think it might be a mistake in their question, because have a look. Okay, I think I see what they did. Okay, remember I was asking where's the credit loss?
Yeah.
Okay, but have a look at this. You've got the settlement discount. Ooh. You've got the settlement discount granted here. And you've got settlement discount granted there. Okay. Alright, so the one was the discount and the one is the credit loss. So I do think there's errata here. Okay. Because I was asking about this over here. Let me show you. Okay, that's definitely errata. Because here they said, let me show you, let me highlight that. Okay, they said posted to the debtor's control account. Okay, that's what they said. Okay, but I don't see the insolvent debtor here. Okay, do you see the insolvent debtor here? No. Okay, so I do think the one amount is for the settlement discount granted, because we had two figures here. We had the settlement discount granted here, which was a discount received, right?
Yeah.
And this was the discount that was granted. Okay, so discount granted would have been that, and then you would have the credit losses. Okay, so credit losses, because that was the settlement discount granted. So the credit loss minus 12,850, and then this sum up okay. Alright, so I think there's a problem. There's definitely errata with the credit losses slash settlement discount granted. There are two accounts in the question. Okay, so yeah, so I would have to process it. That would be my correction to get it to balance. Okay. Alright, so just remember the basics. It's very important to know what goes on which side of the debtors and creditors. Okay, if you know what increases, that's great. If you know what decreases, that's great. Okay, then it's actually not that bad. It's just drawing up a T account and then just keeping track of the list. Okay, the list is literally a list. You're just adjusting the balance to see if it reconciles. Okay, ideally you want it to reconcile. If it doesn't, don't worry. Okay, because there could be errata or mistakes or things that they haven't accounted for, like this. I mean, they clearly state that the irrecoverable amount was posted in the debtor's control, but it's not there. It should be there.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy?